live. And we're live.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 366.
Awesome.
Hello, hello. We've got Claire, Sandy, and Jeanette, and Pearl Monster, Christina, and Susan out saying hello in the chat. Hello, hello.
Awesome.
Our knitting peeps, our crafting peeps.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent.
I don't know what to... Yeah, I can hear you.
It's like we were just having conversations about ZK, and then I said that my FOs make me look crazy, and that you had to be the not crazy one, and she said you couldn't necessarily hold that down either.
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I just spent 3 days standing in the sun volunteering to watch people exercise and tell them if they're doing it correct or not. So I don't feel all that sane myself.
Okay. Maybe the most we can hope for is different types of crazy.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
The good sort of crazy. Oh, I was going to say the good sort of crazy was that I got a lot of packages while I was gone. Wonderful prizes for the retreat. So I'm very excited cataloging all of that wonderful thing. And then also on my way through on the weekend, I picked up our mugs. Yay, they're so pretty. Yeah, so we're cooking along, getting everything we need for the retreat, and it's soon. And also I will be sending out the class sign up and registration type of information along with an event schedule. So you can see everything that is going on. And hopefully I'll just have links or placeholders out there for you to go to for descriptions of each of the things that you see in the schedule as well. So, but there'll be kind of separate web posts that I'll link you to. I might just have registration out there on it by the time I send the email, but I'll start filling it in. So that by the time we get to, about a week out from the retreat, it should be all perfect and ready to go. So anyway, that's like my mind dump. How have you been?
I've been okay. It's definitely been busy at work. The hiring continues, and as well as retreats and planning and just all kinds of fun. So yeah, as you will see in my FOs, I've been going to a happy place when I finally do get off of the computer for the day, and kind of lather, rinse, repeat. But yeah, super excited about ZK, super excited about maybe time away from one type of work and then another fun type of work going forward. So yeah, awesome. Yeah, super great. It's been I feel like we always talk about the weather, so maybe people don't care about the weather just in Minnesota, but it's been, you dealt with like some overcast and rain, right, this past weekend. So I feel like we didn't do as much this past weekend as we would have liked because of the rain, but did get out quite a bit and spend some time outdoors as well.
Yeah, honestly, it only rained a little bit on Sunday. The rest of the time was a little overcast but warm. I think Friday was the chilliest day for us. We had to be out there very, very early, so it was still only like 55 degrees in the morning.
Yeah.
But by the time we got to midday, it was back up there to warm, and feeling good.
Feels like summer because the kids are at home again, and Rochester Public Schools are done for the year. But it doesn't feel like it in temperature wise quite yet. So maybe some of those folks that are heading up to Rochester from their southern locales will get to wear some of their warmer hand knits. So yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, as far as Administrati goes, another month has ticked off. We are ticked down, or we could rip off the sheet of a calendar. And so the self-striping KAL, I chose, or for the self-striping year-long craft along, I chose out of our prize pool, I picked out this Freckled Whimsy self-striping, Gnome, Sweet Gnome, which also, if you sing it, it could also be a Gnome, Sweet Gnome. Could also be part of the musical KAL, right? Or craft along, musical craft along. I keep on saying KAL, but it is, we've rebranded them into craft alongs because you can do all kinds of fun stuff. So I thought this was super fun. Definitely see the red hat in there and maybe some, blue pants and a belt, and super fun. So the a lot more interesting when you could see doing the drum roll. The three winners that I pulled were Alicia, Al Marie Craft, Stevie B, and Mary Kino Knits. And so we've got this. We've got the logo branded either water bottle or shirt if you're interested, and a pattern prize from me. So
awesome.
1, 2, 3. Reach out to me. Provide your preference of whether or not you'd like the yarn, you'd like a shirt/water bottle from our with the self-striping craft along logo, and or the prize, and also addresses are helpful. So yeah, thanks to everybody that it continues to be a source of happiness for me to go out there and look at those self-striping projects. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So we are talking FOs today, is that right? Awesome.
You got it.
So I have FOs that I haven't entered into our KAL yet, and I should probably get on that. But I started
June 10th, right? For
yeah.
June 10th for the ZKKAL. Heads up to anybody that's listening.
So I went ahead and I made Christopher Bunny. So he was in progress all this time, but now he's got his pants with the little tail sticking out, and he's got his beautiful sweater. Yep.
Striping pants.
Yeah, stripy pants, barrel sweater. And yep, and he's kind of made to sit, Okay, so that's one. And then I had so much fun with him. And and he's made out of Northern Bee. So Susie B. Anderson pattern, but Northern Bee yarn there. And then this one I got the Barrett Wool Co. kit. So we have the bear. So we'll just show you his cute little ears here.
Yeah.
But he's got a little fisherman style hat, and he's got a sweater, and he's got his little jeans here. There's a tail, but it's so small there's no tail hole for his tail. And then I just haven't finished his coat. So he also has a really cute jacket that's going to go over this with the special buttons that came in the kit.
Oh, cute. Kind of like a Paddington style coat?
It's not a raincoat per se, but it's a garter stitch. It's got kind of a large collar and then 3 buttons. It's a little cardigan.
Cute.
So
do these creatures have names? Have they been dubbed something?
No. Maybe I'll spend some time thinking about that. But yeah.
Give him a name.
Say what's my name? Anyway.
So cute. So cute. Those touches are so cute.
And then something I'm sure you will see me in a few weeks here is my party top. Yeah, party top in Mitchell's Creations yarn, the magazine colorway. So the only thing that I am a little maybe I'll reknit it is that there's kind of a hard line here when I joined in the round or joined the sleeve on. but you can see that it kind of fades. So I almost want to rip out the sleeve and knit it where the yarn I start at this end, so that it's not quite so harsh right here. But honestly, once I put it on my body, I can't see it. So
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, and you don't have the other side, right? So
yeah. And again, it's only on this side too. I think
the
if
schools,
I flip it, it's not as bad. It's just that one section that's making a hard line. But again, it's the hand dyed yarn, right? So it's bound to happen. But if you see, like, I really think that if I really don't like it, all I have to do is rip out and then start knitting from this end, because I think that it blends more from that end.
Yeah,
there's not that drastic line. But anyway,
if you don't notice it with it on, I wouldn't worry about it. But
yeah, honestly, I think that piece, that darkest piece, is in my armpit. And so when I'm wearing it, you can't really tell. Anyway.
Things that we noticed as the people that created them, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. And that's all I had. I thought I would have more, but I looked and I don't think I have
almost
more.
Like you're organizing a large event and have a lot of other things going on.
Yeah. So
all right, so if you have a judgment button or like slider, just like, take it down to like, don't judge me, okay? Like, I've gotten into Megan stressed, do the same thing over and over again mode. If you've watched this podcast before, you know that happens with me. It's just, don't judge, okay? Judgment-free FO zone. So I have a few others, so this isn't all of them, but I think these are the ones that I have finished since last we talked about FOs. And basically, I just had a really fun time stirring my stash and going, oh, this color might go with this color, and this color might go with this color. And I'm trying to make them all unique, such that that I'm not making two, like, for my own sanity, right? Like, they all look different. But because each one is taking about half of a 100-gram skein of fingering weight, I could have two identical ones, but I'm trying to kind of like round robin it and have them be distinct. So this is a self-striping skein of yarn. I believe it was Lake Life. And then I used a, it's not a chroma. Is it chroma fingering from Knit Picks? It's kind of a gray. You can see there's a little bit of heather in there. And as will be the case with all of these, on one end, I did 4 rows of the one color. Well, actually, I went to where the tops are always the solid, so you can see what the stripes would have looked like. Then I transition into every 2 or 4 rows of the one color, 2 rows of the other. And then when I get to the halfway point, I flip that. So you end up getting, 2 distinct hats out of it. With, this, if you're into this look, you could also flip the brim up and see some of that flipped, and then vice versa. So kind of 4 looks, I guess, if you're really into it. Really super love the green. This one I'm currently working on as my the other half of it as my work in progress. This is some Madelinetosh, and this is how it's working. Sorry, I'm not holding up the other one. But this is how it's working up with kind of a different. So this one was the other half of the green, mixed with this super variegated. I think it's like plaid is the colorway. So again, kind of burning stripes on one end, and then more of a variegated with a solid mixed in on the other. Have a question in the chat. So this is the Musselburgh, and you just kind of do until you think it's wide enough. For me, with the For me, with the fingering weight, I'm going to 28 stitches per 4. So 28 times 4, 56, 112. Does that sound right? Yeah. Just back of the napkin. This one is Rhythm, is the variegated, and then I believe this was a blue from Sun Valley Fibers. I think I showed this one off last time, that it's kind of a rotating rainbow. And then on the other side, you see it. I'm trying to get a mix of kind of feminine and masculine colors in here. So this is, using up some of my more darker colors, which I have a lot of the jewel tones in mine. This one's using, this one is a little more subtle. Independent Will from Leading Men Fiber Arts. And then this is leftovers of Malabrigo Finito. So you can kind of see how it changes there. But yeah, it's just a happy place. I'm increasing until I get to a certain number of stitches, and then I start my striping, and then I'm counting the number of stripes. So I generally do about 16 of that 6-row repeat, and then I am doing 6 rows of the one color, so that you kind of have a definite point at that turn. That makes sense. So it'll always be the same color regardless. So on this one, it's the variegated. So you get a the turn row is always that variegated, regardless of whether or not it turns this way or not. This one is Simple Man from Lolo Did It, and a black from Knit Picks again, I think. So again, hard pressed to pick which one I like better with the mixing of the variegateds and the solids, right? It's kind of a fun mix. This one is, again, I think maybe Yarnakuken is the green, although I'd have to, the tags are in the bag. And then a Unwind Yarn Co. for the variegated. This one very clearly for me is the green on the outside. I'm like, this one is that Independent Will, but instead of holding it with the finito, I kind of have a navy black that I'm holding with it. So again, it's kind of fun color theory wise to look at how different the color looks depending on what it's being striped with. So the variegated is the same color in both of those. Just kind of crazy, Again, I held this up last time, the pink and the, this is the variegated, same variegated, but held with the pink. This is Camel City BFL is the pink. And then there it is with the, I think it's a little more obvious there in the dominant, but it's kind of the same color, but the blue really mellows it out, right? Like, I don't know. It's just really hard when I look at them together that that's the same colorway, but it is. It is. And then I used the variegated from this one with a darker blue leftovers, I believe, again from a lot of my solids are from Sun Valley, so that just a little different. So yeah, tons and tons of these just sitting around. I plan to give them to non-knitters and like in this form, right? Like, or possibly like rolled up. Have them open it and be like, what?
What did you make?
and just see if they can figure it out, right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So yeah, fun with using up my substantial fingering weight stash, and then just kind of figuring out like color combos, right? Of what would this look like with that? And in general, I think there's only one time that I've ripped out, right? Like I started striping and I didn't.
So
I didn't
is your whole
continue.
team taken care of now, or
Is my what? Not quite yet.
not quite yet? Okay.
And then I keep on thinking of different people that I could make it for. So.
Okay, let's take the still shot of this one.
Well, this is how I'm imagining them. Like, okay, this is what is this doing? What am I doing with this? So yeah, so much fun, so much fun. I'm just really enjoying the lather, rinse, repeat of it all, right? Like, don't have the mental space to be doing much else right now. So
yeah,
okay, now you can put your judgmental button back on.
No, it's I've been knitting less and less, again, not for anything, but just there's so much going on. I've been doing a lot of work.
Yeah,
whether it's for
in
fun
our
or
home lives, in our personal, or in our home lives, in our personal lives, in our work lives, and then in our crafting community lives. A lot. Just so I'm trying to float myself a lot of grace, and just be happy that this is something that I can do underneath the, while Zooming and whatnot, to keep my sanity, right? A lot of people I work with get kind of the Zoom or video burnout, right? Like, how do you sit in meetings for 8 to 10 hours a day? And I have a little secret. It's called my hands and mind are my mind is engaged in the meeting, but my hands and like my psyche, I feel like, is comforted by like I'm also doing something else, right? Not just sitting in meetings, which should be enough. That's what my work is asking me to do, right? But
no, I mean, yeah, our culture here is not so much on camera. So it's, I'm in a lot of meetings all day, and they're almost all through the phone. So yeah, not too much where you have to be on camera. I can't imagine that would probably put me at more of a fatigue by the end of the day.
Well, like psyche wise though, you have the opportunity to run into your coworkers in person, right?
True.
So I do not. We are all remote. So I think it's important to have your video on, to kind of, so that we feel like we're working with other human beings if all you do is sit at home in meetings, right? So yeah.
For sure.
But yeah.
I don't know. I'm really tired. I mean, I was like, you know what, this is gonna be my life later on, after ZK too. Like, it's a lot of fun, but I'm tired when I come back.
Absolutely. That's kind of again, at the crux of what I'm doing as well, right? Like, even when I'm not sitting in the meeting, I am, it's rewarding, but it's draining. I would say the same thing about, all of our passion projects outside of work as well, right? It's rewarding, but it's draining. And so again, trying to float myself some grace that I should be designing, I should be doing this, I should quit shoulding on myself, and just be happy that there's something that brings me joy at the end of the day, and I can march forward. So
absolutely. Yep. I am just also doing the same, I guess. Giving myself a lot of grace. Also, I am trying to think of a way to describe it, but we've been here before. All the things are lining up. You've done all the work. It's just one of those things where it's getting to the stress point, right? It's just getting to that, like, oh my gosh, that's really this month. That is happening. All these people are coming this month. So it's
Well,
just
I'm
that extra.
excited. I'm super excited to have everybody arriving.
Yeah.
But yes, I understand the balance of the stress with the excitement. So
Yep. No, and it's not a knock again. Please come. We're excited. We want you here, and I will be ready. I am ready. It's just gosh, did I, I don't know. You just doubt. Lots of doubts creeping in and stress, but
yeah,
we're working through it.
absolutely, absolutely. Ah, yes, deadlines do approach. All right. Thank you all for joining us. And we'll yeah, depending on kind of workload next week might be iffy. But yeah, then it will be ZK time.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe we should do a live prize palooza or something.
that would be fun. That would
We
be
could do
fun.
that instead of our regularly scheduled.
It is favorite things, right? That would be a favorite
Ooh.
thing.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Okay.
So it'll either be that or another favorite thing. All right, bye.
Bye, Ufta. All right, she's ended.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to commit.